of my homies break in with black mask. Move, you see a gat blast. Man, you better act fast. Ready to put Vegas up on the map, no matter what the cost. If you don't understand the movement, then you're just fucking lost. Rolling around in a black truck with my nigga DJ, breaking inside of your residence. Better is evident. Have you running in your PJ? Show up to your son's B-Day and do the same shit I just did, like a motherfucking instant replay. Lyrical murder and wicked brutality. If you battle me, get smoked up like the bud off the Cali tree. And it's sad to see niggas perpetrating and faking, the phonies flaking. You mistaken if you think I'm under ravage, G. One of the dopest horrorcore rappers in the city. Don't need no pity from no nigga. Yo, bitch, a gold digger. Until you rappers not collabing, cause my style I'm chillin', laughing, thinking of a way to plot your fucking stabbing. Fuck people who talk shit behind your back. I'm trying to put Vegas up on the map. And all my wicked niggas, show me where you at while we clean a place of fakes and lames and make stacks. My music is not for the weak-hearted. Man, you don't wanna get the beef started. Catch you at the shopping plaza, turn you to a target. I'm sparking, I'll leave you twitching and bleeding, looking retarded.
Oh, yes, bitches. This is the Nothing Sacred interview. I am Maxwell Silverhammer flying solo once again. Cruise control's not with me tonight. And in the building, I got King Cychotic, not for the weak-hearted, man. Well, we just listened to that track. Banging ass beat. What made you decide to use the necro beat, that gore beat?
This is back when I was drinking a lot of 211, and I think I was 18 or 19, doing a lot of dark type of music like horrorcore and things like that. And Necro is just one of the top tier producers in that field, if you don't know. And
I know.
I just heard it, and yeah, for those who don't know, I'm speaking to mostly.
Right.
I know you know your shit. But yeah, I just flooded out from that beat. It was so good. I've always loved that beat and that song too. Shout out Mr. Hyde and Necro.
And your flow on there is amazing too, man. It kind of puts me in mind of something. Well, actually, a lot of your stuff kind of puts me in mind of Brother Lynch, like his older stuff.
That is such a great comparison. I love you for that, and I love anybody who says that because I love Brother Lynch so much, his old stuff and his new stuff. I look up to him as one of my inspirations for sure.
Okay, so he is an inspiration. Yeah, I would say Brother Lynch and a little bit of Ad Capone from Totally Insane.
Okay,
so,
that's new. I've never heard that one before.
Oh, you never heard it? Oh, you got to check out Totally Insane, man, and a lot of his solo stuff too. Ad Capone. Shout out to Ad. He was like one of my first interviews, by the way.
Okay, I'm gonna do my research.
Oh yeah, definitely, and it's with a K, not a C, so it's Ad Capone, Kapone. So, and but yeah, check him out, man. I'm telling you, he kind of put me in mind of him and Brother Lynch kind of across. So let's talk about what's interesting, man. Is so back then you were going by DCK.
Sure was.
What was what does that mean? Are those initials or what's that?
Yeah, it was an acronym. So I used to go by the acronym. It started out as like kind of like a dark carnival king is what it was because I was doing kind of darker type music. But then I switched the meaning of it because I felt like I didn't really want to carry that around everywhere. So I started going by the Psychotic King. And it just ended up as being the part of it sounded ridiculous to me as I got older and I switched the Psychotic and King around and then it became King Cychotic. And it stuck after that. That makes the most sense.
Wow. Yeah, King Cychotic, man. That's I like it. And then you spell it differently too, obviously. It's not, because when I first, heard you that night performing with Donnie Menace, I was like, oh, okay. So I looked up by the standard spelling and I found all this other weird shit. And I was like, Donnie, man, can you shoot me the link to his YouTube? And so then he did. And I was like, oh, that's how he's spelling it like that. So, just, I guess, so what, this is kind of interesting. What kind of led you to that originally? Because you had mentioned to me in a text, you were talking about your mom a little bit, some of your history. What was going on there?
I feel like my name being what it is just fits me and my upbringing and the lore of it all together too. I had a really, really rough upbringing, and a lot of people will be the king of this, the king of that. There's a lot of kings out there that make music, and shout out to them too. But nobody will really be the king of being like a psychopath or like mental health. And I feel like that is part of my image as well.
Did you want to go into some of that as far as because I know we talked about it in a text message a little bit.
Oh yeah, ask away. Yeah, whatever you want to know. I really wouldn't know where to start with it.
Hmm. Well, you said your mom was you mentioned her being a psychopath. So what was going on with that?
Yeah, so I was raised in Gary, Indiana, and my mom, she was 16 when she had me, so I am just under the belief that she wasn't ready to be a mom. So
Hmm.
most of my life was just, I feel like conditioning. It was a lot of conditioning for who I am now, and I went through some really like uh just just bizarre shit as a human being. Like I'm not gonna get into too many specifics, but this is definitely inhumane shit. And it just, yeah, it's still definitely I have trauma from that, from my upbringing and a lot of stuff that I've been through. My first near death experiences, like getting shot at and shit, were because of my mom.
Oh
My
shit.
first sip of alcohol was from my mom because she just thought it was funny to give a kid that. And I just look back on these things now as an adult, and I'm just like, yo, these are really fucked up, like survival method. Like this, I was put through some crazy survival camp.
Man, it's
On top of her being, not uh the greatest parent. She was abusive too. So
okay. So you had some of that going on too. That's what I was wondering, like, if you had physical abuse, and it sounds like, and
most definitely.
wow, wow. And just people she was probably, it sounds like she was hanging out with some pretty questionable people too.
That's
That
funny you bring that up too. Yeah, she absolutely was, and she was easily influenced by the people she would be around, so they would coerce her to do all kinds of crazier shit than she was already doing.
wow. Wow. Man, and it can affect, I don't know, man. People can go one of two ways. They can either become, very gentle, or they can become very psychotic and fucked up. You know what I mean?
That's absolutely what it is.
So, I mean, you seem like you kind of took a lemon and made lemonade out of it from what I'm seeing getting from you.
Yeah, because I spent a lot of time running away from her. So once I started to get, development in my through my upbringing, and then I moved out to Vegas, I just realized that this like fuck this shit. And that's when I took it upon myself to start running away and doing what I had to do to survive. And for the longest time, the narrative was that I was just some runaway teenager who was some fuck up and was doing all this bad shit. That was what, my mom wanted to push as the narrative. The real truth was that I was a victim and I was hiding my abuse for so long and I never told anybody. So I just let it ride for so long until I became an adult and I said, fuck it.
Wow, wow. Well, it's interesting how, like you said, she tried to create that narrative of, oh, he's just an unruly kid, and it's meanwhile she was an unruly adult.
Yeah, definitely.
you know so yeah, that's so what prompted the move to Vegas?
I honestly don't really know what my mom's thing was. You gotta ask my auntie about it because she knows the whole thing. I really think it was just the dream of making money. She'll probably say something different, which is whatever. I don't give a shit. But I just think she probably came out here to because she likes to gamble a lot. Like she really, really get that's her whole thing. A lot of people are motivated by family or religion or love or whatever. Her thing is like getting rich. Like my mom wants to make a mass amount of money really fast for no reason, so she came out here to work, and I have no idea. Gary's not the best place to live either. If you
Right.
didn't know, like that was the murder capital, and it is probably still the worst city in Indiana. Like Indiana's country is fuck other than, excuse me for this alarm.
Oh,
Gary.
so yeah, so it's interesting. So you moved out here with your mom. It wasn't like you came out here on your own, originally.
Well,
Oh,
no, I didn't have a choice. I was a 14-year-old kid, or I think I was 13 at the time. She just packed all her shit and we drove from Indiana all the way to Vegas. It was about 3 days. So I saw every state and city in between, which is cool for me because, I like geography. I'm a big geography person.
right, right. So, okay, so you've been here for a while now. This isn't like you just got here a few years ago or something. It's been a minute now.
No, it is. Yeah, I've been here for over a decade and I went to light middle school and high school here too. So.
Okay, okay. So this is kind of where your life sort of got started, and you were doing the DCK stuff. What's interesting, and because I kind of shared this with you too, you know, uh, you don't like a lot of it's like hard for you to listen to some of your older music, huh? Like the 5150 stuff you did.
It just really depends on what song it is. I know a lot of that time period I was in, it was just really chaotic, and I don't associate with a lot of those people anymore. But when I perform these songs on shows and I see the reception, it really kind of sometimes changes my perception on them. I'm like, wow, people are really, because I think that was probably the highlight of the show was me performing that song. Because Insane even gave me so many props after that night that it had me blown away.
Yeah, as that's well, I guess you perform it a lot. That wasn't the first time you performed that song, I'm
Well,
guessing.
I took it out of a lot of set lists because it's so old, you know. But
Uh-huh.
that was a hardcore horrorcore tour. I brought back one of my dark ones, and it, you know what I mean. That song actually isn't in my normal set list. You're not gonna find it on none of my recent sets.
So I got lucky that night, man.
You did.
Wow. Okay. That was a wild show too, man. I went in the bathroom at one point and there was a chick in the men's room.
Oh,
And
okay.
later I found out, I think it's because they were in there doing coke.
Oh,
So,
that sounds like typical dive bar activity.
oh yeah, because well, when I went back in there a second time, this guy was talking to this other guy. He's like, "Yeah, man, if you want to do some coke, go into that stall right there." And I was like, "Oh, all
Oh, what
righty."
the? Oh, they had the stall go. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, the fucking. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into the shit that got like my performance was so good, people were offering me party favors too. That's all I'm gonna say.
there, there was a chick sitting next to me actually, and this guy came up and well, seemed like he was trying to hit on her a little bit. He's like, "I got some white stuff that'll blow your mind." Or what did he say? I got some party favors for whites, something like basically hinted to that he
There
had
was a
coke.
lot of shit going on in there that night, wasn't it? I didn't even know. Like this sounds like a lot of fucking shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He was like, and she was like, "Well, I don't really do that stuff. I just like to smoke weed and sometimes do some shrooms, but I don't really do coke." But it was like his way. He thought he could appeal to her with that. You know what I mean?
Oh, it was with drugs, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Classic jackass.
but that's unfortunately, there's a lot of chicks that go for that, as you know, and you've probably seen.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, and a lot of women like shit like that, man. They're into those kind of guys. You know what I mean? Like those are the good guys like us never get laid because of fuck faces like them.
Hey, I'm not gonna say that. Hey, just work. Let's just work on our self-esteem, everybody, men and women. That's what that is. That goes both ways. Let's just work on ourselves so we can start pulling some more attractive men and women into our lives, and not these fucking emotional vampires.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding. So, but yeah, because I remember we had talked a little bit. And you had said, yeah, I really don't like listening to my old because I made some songs that I can't play now. That I'm just like, oh God, I don't even want to hear that. you
Yeah.
know, and people will ask for them. I had a guy ask for something recently, and I'm like, you want that? So it's just like, oh fuck. It's almost like they don't want to let you grow up.
No, that's what it feels like it is. But then I see like again, I see the reception and then I'm like, well, maybe it's just a case of me being in my own head because a lot of it is probably these people have never even been exposed to this music and me showing it to them for the first time is like their introduction to it.
Yeah, well, that's actually interesting. So sometimes it's our own ego, and that's why we can't really enjoy, even though we're different people now. You know what I mean? I know you got to be probably a lot different than you were back when you were making that stuff.
Oh,
You
for
know,
sure. That is a 18 to 20-year-old kid to a 30-year-old man. For those of my fans that don't know, I'm 30 now.
so damn, 10 years ago, 10, 12 years ago, that was when you were doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and drinking too. I was drinking whatever, a lot of malt liquor, whatever the fuck. Staying up
211
late. Yeah, dudes, fuck.
Steel Reserve. You know what? I used to love that shit. and it
I didn't love it. I love the buzz, but I mean, if we're gonna go for a malt beverage that I like, I'd give me a Heineken or what's the other one? Mickey's. I don't know why, but
oh,
the green beer,
Mickey's is good. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and now don't they or maybe it's OE. I don't know. One of them comes in the 40 ounce is now plastic. It's no
Yeah, the
longer
40
glass.
ounces are fucking gone. I haven't seen a 40 in so long. It's like an Arizona for $1. Where the fuck?
it's I'll tell you the last time, and this was God, had to be about 10 years ago, and I got a 40 ounce of I think it was Old English, and I want to say it was in a
That sounds
plastic
so good right now.
bottle.
Plastic? Ah, you couldn't smash it after. You had to go throw it away like a decent human being.
Yeah, yeah. You could just break it like like the old days, you throw it against the
Yes, fucked
wall
up. Fuck, I
but
think the first, yeah, the MDs, remember those two?
oh shit. Mad Dog 20?
Yeah,
2020?
yeah, that was like the first. Yep,
Damn. Yeah, because that's right. We got that discussion up that night about old
classical beer, yeah, and liquor and shit.
yeah, because dude mentioned tequila to me. And I went, oh
Oh yeah,
shit. I was like, oh wow, I forgot about that until you just brought it up. And then he started talking about Zima and some other ones, and I'm just like, oh damn, you're taking me
that's
back.
such a dope bar conversation to have. Retro beer. I think we need to talk about it.
Retro beer,
In
man.
general, people, yeah, in general, need to be talking about older beers if they remember them.
so so when you were doing the 5150 stuff, who was all in that group? It was you and like another guy.
It, it it started as me and two other people, and then it just expanded into about two or three more people, and then it was a label, but there were so many people that were on and off the group. Nobody could really keep up, but there was essentially about three core members, three or four core members.
Okay. And they were just like it was 5150 LV, right?
That's correct, yeah, because there is other 5150 outfits out there.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, there is one from I think it's one from Northern California
Oh, there
that
has to be one from California if you know police code, you know what I mean?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's where it
Of
came from.
course there's probably a few of them in California.
Well, I know one particular one is my buddy was showing me their stuff. I think their album was called Criminal or something like that, or Criminals, some kind of shit. But
Okay.
and what people, kind of like I was telling you, the 413 man with a gun, that's police code out here. So like a lot of people will say 187, which yeah, that's a murder in parts of California, but out here it's a 420.
Oh, okay.
Which and everybody will argue with me. Oh no, no, man, that's weed. No, no, a 420 is murder. And
Oh, people want to get off fucking
oh
law
yeah,
on you,
oh
Johnny
yeah,
Law on you.
of course, of course. Well, but they don't know shit. It's like that. I've had people argue with me. No, man, 420 is weed. I'm like, no, actually, 420 is a murder out
Yeah,
here.
this internet is fucked up, right? Everybody's the judge, everybody's a criminal prosecutor, and everybody's
Well, I see a lot of these videos where they say, cops shut down a TikTok lawyer. you know,
oh fuck, yeah,
those are
sure.
fun to watch, man. People just they think they know the law and they're just complete fucking bozos, man.
Yeah, there's
So
people that really believe the shit that they're saying and putting out, regardless if it's whatever topic, and they have a massive amount of followers. I saw this video the other day. There's this fucking AI shit's getting out of hand too. I don't even really fuck with it.
oh yeah, yeah. It could I have interesting opinion on it. It's good and bad, I think. I mean it could be
Yeah,
used for
no,
some
for
positive,
sure.
but people are doing stupid things. How did that happen? Okay,
It's
sorry.
when you're not telling people you're using it, and then you're having people believe that, because that's what it is what's really bugging me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like, and fuck, this will lead me to another question I was going to ask you because there's a AI music generator I like playing with now called Suno, and what I'll do is I'll write lyrics, then I'll choose the style, that I want to do. Like I'll put, early '90s West Coast rap, G funk, whatever, just a few prompts in there, and then I'll have a song title, and then click create, and it creates a song. It's not you rapping, but it's the it is your lyrics, so it is your creativity. So I'm just wondering what you thought about those kind of things, like these AI. There's
I
a lot of them.
mean, if you're doing it, hey, I'm not gonna judge anybody down specifically, but I mean that if you're gonna monetize such a thing and try to claim original work, I think that's where the lines get kind of blurred for what I draw the line on. Because I think there is people doing that. There's AI artists out there and people who are scamming and making it like they're making songs. I just seen this the other. I think there's people get exposed for that quite frequently. And now
Yeah,
they got the fake AI influencer where it's like essentially a person, but they're not telling people it's AI. So the comments all believe that this is a real motivational speaker that they're getting advice from every day. It's crazy. It's kind of crazy.
yeah. No, I've seen those actually where it's supposed to be Denzel Washington or somebody,
I mean,
That's
those are kind of obvious. You know, you obviously Martin Luther King isn't drinking a 40 on SmackDown. Uh, but when it's just a random face, you know, and you have no idea who that is, and it's the same random person making it like they're an influence. That's the kind of shit we're getting down to now.
yeah, yeah. Where there's no what's the word? No scruples. Well, it's a bad thing, man, because like I said, my buddy and me, you know, we do AI music, but we're just kind of having fun and enjoying what we're making, you know, and we have some friends that are like, well, that's not real music. I'm not even gonna listen to it, you know, and it's like, man, come on.
Just have fun. That's what I'm not knocking the fun of it. Like if that's what makes a person happy and they're having fun, genuinely go do it. But if you're stealing work and monetizing it and not telling people that this is, you know, not fully all of you, I think that's kind of where, yeah, people need to stop that shit. Otherwise, yeah, everybody should have fun. I don't think really
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah,
bothering or hurting anybody.
yeah. It's just you enjoy it, you enjoy the stuff you made, and I find myself listening to my AI stuff more often than you know. I have a bunch of albums and shit downloaded,
Yeah, what
but
am I talking about? Who knows? Maybe when I get too old to make music, I'll just have the whole AI album and it'll just fuck everything, you know, everything I just said. I'll become a millionaire off King
maybe
Psychotic AI.
maybe so. That might be the way you want to go.
No,
Or
I'm
you,
not even talking shit. Like if it happens and I end up recanting everything I say, fuck it, right?
right? Well, you know, we all grow. We
The
all
digital
there's
age is moving forward. You never know.
yeah, true, true. And we may, you know, I mean, well, I know there's things I said I'd never do, and I've done them, you know, or vice versa. Now I look back at shit I did, and I'm like, I'll never do that again. So, you know, we grow, man. We change, you know, our
Oh yeah,
attitude, you know. So it's like you're
absolutely.
you know, like this next track. Okay, now what is rotten.com? I've heard Necro make reference to it before.
Yeah, so this is funny too. This is just early internet, early YouTube era day shit when the internet was kind of first blowing off and you could get on those websites like realgore.com or rotten.com essentially. I bring up Real Gore because that's the one that I was on because you know um
Yeah.
but yeah, you could just watch. This was dark web before dark web existed, and it was just out there. It would just put a big disclaimer on the front. You click through it, verify you were old enough, and you could just view all kinds of shit. Some of the shit that I personally seen. Can we? I mean, can I give an example? Is that safe here? Are we in a safe, or do you want me to not really talk about it?
Oh, go for it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like so, when you go on the site, like I've seen a person just get hit by a semi truck like live while pushing a grocery cart, or like they had rooms where people were live committing suicide, and you can watch a person do it. Like I seen that too. It was just really, you know, if you're a '90s, 2000s kid, you just remember this kind of shit. It probably sounds crazy to like newer people, but this is really where what we were doing on the internet.
You know, I remember seeing. I don't know if I don't think it was rotten.com, but it was something where
There's a big one.
a guy attempted to shove a jar up his ass and it exploded.
Oh, that's a notorious ass video. I think two guys, one jar or some shit it's called. Yeah, I stayed away from all that shit. So yeah, for fun fact about that, I've never seen two girls, one cup or two guys, one hammer or any of that shit. I always remember hearing about them and trying to intentionally stay the fuck away from them. And I successfully did it my whole life.
And you're like, yeah, man, because it's probably, you know, I guess it was the new version of, you probably remember Faces of Death and all those, you know, movies from back in the day.
Then they just put a new one of those out, I think.
Oh, really?
But
They're
yes,
still
I
making
do
them.
remember that. Yeah, it just dropped. It literally just came out, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I do remember
Okay.
the funny thing about that movie too. This is all lore. It's I'm only saying it because you brought it up. Um, confirmed by my auntie. That was my mom's favorite movie when she was like 7 or 8 years old. If you
Oh,
want to put the
as a
perspective,
kid?
yes, yeah, yes,
Whoa. Wow. Okay.
yeah. Um, so yeah, I'm connecting dots on all kinds of shit.
Damn. Wow. That's a little young to be getting into
And
those
if
kind.
you know about the movie, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. You don't have to explain what it is, but the people can look it up and do their research. Or the original, yeah, Faces of Death. My mom she liked that kind of shit.
Wow. Even at 7 years old, that's I'm amazed her parents let her watch shit like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. My grandma was probably just running the streets too wild too. She was, I want to say she was a better grandmother than she was a mom to my mom, or maybe she was just, she was a good mom, but her being all, out of the house all the time probably played a huge factor in like my mom's behavior.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. She wasn't around to really do any parenting. So your mom just pretty much had the run of the house and was doing whatever then, huh?
The thing is, my mom has a sister. That's my auntie, and my auntie's the sweetest. Like she graduated, was in the Navy, like the complete opposite.
Whoa.
So that's really who, I get all of my uh stories from and who I look to as a mom these days. Apart from, some of the women I've met along the way when I was running away that
Right.
took me under their wing and made sure I was good.
Man, that's that's crazy. Like where you don't really have a home life, it's just kind of like you're out, you're couch surfing and people are sort of taking care of you, you know what I'm saying? Like that's next level.
Yeah, my abuse was really that deep. The shit that I went through was that traumatic for me to where I guess mentally I just snapped and there was no going back. The first time I sorry to get deep for these people here, but just being honest, the first time I attempted suicide even was when I was 12 or 13, and that was
Oh shit.
because of the way my mom was treating me. She doesn't even know that. Like most people don't even know that. I've never told people that. I don't tell people that.
Wow. Wow. Well, she knew, right? Obviously.
No, she
She-
didn't. She doesn't know that. If she ever hears this when it comes out, she'll know, but I never told her that.
oh, damn. What was the out of curiosity, what was your method?
Oh, so I don't really like want to make myself bleed and shit like that, but it was because I was locked in this basement. That sounds fucking crazy, but that's basically what it was. It was an extreme punishment where I was kind of like locked in the basement and I was in there so long that I got tired of it, so I tried to kill myself. And you know how they have those big heaters down there in the basement, the big
Uh,
ones like the super big generator?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, they have it where you can like open it, and when you open it, there's a bunch of like shit in there and dust and fiberglass and shit. And it says like big letters, like you're not supposed to breathe all of this in, but that's what I did. I like stuck my head in there and I just breathed it in for about 10, 15, 20 minutes. And nothing happened for it, but that's really fucked up and stupid to just be sitting and breathing fiberglass for about 10 minutes.
Right, right. Well,
But
you
that's what
don't
I did.
know. You don't know. You're thinking like, okay, this should kill me. And so you were okay. You didn't have any effects like where you had to be
Uh,
hospitalized or anything or
no.
okay, man. Wow. That's because when you say a big apartment, what was this an apartment building kind of
This was a
situation?
house.
What was a
In
house?
Gary, what it costs for most people to get an apartment in a lot of places of the country, you could get a house in the Midwest because the land is fucked up and the mayors usually don't give a shit. I don't know how these places have changed since I've been around, been away from them for so long. But back in my time, yeah, dude, you five, six, $700, you get a 3, 4 bedroom house with a basement that goes underneath the whole entire house and sometimes an attic.
And that's you
And they're
purchased
really not that fixer uppers.
with 700 for $700. The house is yours.
I mean, you're renting it more than likely, but that's a 1 bedroom up. I don't know, I'm not mathing it, but let's
Yeah, yeah.
say now what you get for an apartment now, I don't know, is like $1,200,
Oh, sometimes
whatever.
2 grand.
You will have a house for that. You will have a house, and if it's still the way it is in the Midwest, you would have a house 4 or 5 bedroom with the basement and your own yard, and it's a fixer upper somewhere. Like the yard is probably unmaintained or the landlord might be a slumlord or there's some shit, but it's way better than being in an apartment because that's a big ass fucking house, and that's how I lived my life in the Midwest. Like I wasn't an apartment person until I basically came to the West Coast.
Hmm. Wow. That's interesting. So, and but obviously it was a house of hell from how you're describing it.
It was a house of hell. Damn, I never thought of it like that. Yeah, for sure. It was a house of hell for a very long time, and just hiding that shit from family members and constantly feeling like I was tied to this person. But I made the decision when I was 14, and it probably was the best decision of my life.
Wow. Wow. And then now here you are, man.
Yes,
as
sir.
as King Cychotic. Well,
I'm big chilling.
let's jump into rotten.com with your 5150 LV group And we're going to play this, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk to you some more. So we'll be
All
right
right.
back. All right.
I'm about to fill the clip with intent to kill. Bite the curb, cement your grill. Creep in the whip, guess I bent the wheel. Guess my gun too big, guess I meant to chill. So I try to hold back, how long that gon' last? About 7 minutes, so I know I'm gon' blast. Serious, delirious, you hearing this right? Got you curious, I'm furious, you fearing this knife. Slice, motherfucker, slice, take your life shit. 666 bitch, pentagram and I shit. The right shit is by shit, make you grab a knife shit. Throw in the pipe shit, ain't nothing like this. Sin City beat you with a lead pipe, bitch. I write hits, hella high of nitrous. Get a cutthroat, while this little slut choke. Rotten.com shit, I'm ripping them guts, ho. Empty clips at your click, beaming like a spaceship. Wet your pussies up like New Orleans basement. White shirt turn red, blood stain the pavement. Rotten.com shit, I'm leaving them brainless. Empty clips at your click, beaming like a spaceship. Wet your pussies up like New Orleans basement. White shirt turn red, blood stain the pavement. Rotten.com shit, I'm leaving them brainless. Everywhere I go, I blow smoke clouds. 15 pounds, chainsaw up your crowd. Got 2 kicks, motherfucker, I keep it laced. But now my blood dog, catch me stitching your face. Never spitting weak flows, I can shit in this grave. Try this at home to be your biggest mistake. You can't live in the lake, shit I know you won't. Or I'ma walk down the street with my clothes blood soaked.
Walking around with a chainsaw, leaving your bitch's neck wet. Eating your brains raw while I'm licking the end of my tech. Wearing your bitch's bra while she getting her pussy wrecked. Spitting this wicked verse while I'm drinking on the set. Headed to your mom's house to fuck her with my gat. She tried to attack, so I slapped her with a bat. Have the title for pussy fucking bitch, I'm the man. I'll dump clips in your neck and dip out in my soccer mom minivan.
Empty clips at your click, beaming like a spaceship. Wet your pussies up like New Orleans basement. White shirt turn red, blood stain the pavement. Rotten.com shit, I'm leaving them brainless. Empty clips at your click, beaming like a spaceship. Wet your pussies up like New Orleans basement. White shirt turn red, blood stain the pavement. Rotten.com shit, I'm leaving them brainless.
We the best in the West, ride with us, we doing dirt. If I catch your people staring, best believe they're getting hurt. Cops question me because I'm always wearing bloody shirts. Your decapitated heads next to me, the blood squirt. Die punk bitch, die, ho, you can't survive. Why dumb bitch, why are you still alive? As you bleed up on the street, take a look into my eyes. Take a real close look, nigga, don't I really look high? Got a Glock in my pants, trigger fingers always ready. Even when I'm hella high, the gun's always held steady. I'll kill a hating bitch if the situation's petty. I'm the nigga from your nightmares, I ain't talking about Freddy. 7-0 Deuce, LV, recognize. Shit talkers and dumb bitches is who I despise. Eating pieces of your brain with a side of some fries. DCK, motherfucker, love seeing people die.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Rotten.com. That beat just goes hard, man. I'm sorry. I loved it. I was like, okay, we got to play this shit.
I appreciate that. I think that was uh, a Tech 9 beat.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you used that. I thought that was an original.
Well, it was a Tech 9 beat back from when he was doing his Nut
Oh,
House stuff.
it
His
was
early Road Dog Villains
Road Dog
stuff.
Villains. That's the
Yes,
right,
it was.
Yep, that's right. I
Let's
remember it
get
was
fucked up. Let's get high. Let's get drunk. Bow, bow, bow,
Bow,
bow.
bow.
That's literally
Yep.
the beat.
That's
Yep.
right. I remember that album. That was like 2005, 2004, something like that, somewhere around there.
That's crazy. You remember? I have no recollection of that because when I heard the beats of Rotten.com, I thought it was original too. Like I didn't hear that at that time period. I was very much newer to like Strange, so I didn't do that much digging. So I didn't know either. That's what's funny. I recorded it thinking it was, and then I found out later.
I think it's been either sped up or slowed down or something.
Maybe it was. Yeah, it had to have been. Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I
you know
didn't-
your shit.
I didn't. Well, you know what? As we're talking, I thought about it because the bass line, doon, 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 and I'm like, it's either slowed down or sped up.
Yeah, it is. It's like pitched differently, maybe, possibly even.
Right. Because I wondered why I liked it so much. I was like, damn, that beat is hard. So,
Yeah,
but
it's
you were
dope.
telling You were telling me off the air, man, that you actually performed. You met Lil Easy E, Violent J. What went on there, man? What was that?
Okay, so I've never personally met like Violent J or ICP, but he was doing a tour, and this is one of the last shows I even did for 5150, if not the last show, I think. We
Okay.
got a gig at the dive bar. Shout out Triple B's and Diane Fig. She just passed away. But
Oh,
it was Violent J was doing a solo tour, and most of the proceeds were going to I believe it was a hospital in Illinois. And Lil Easy E was booked on the show, so was Nova Rockefeller, and it was 5150 was probably one of the only two opening acts. And after the show, it was a great set. Um, I met Lil Easy. I don't know if he remembers me or not. Probably not. He sees a lot of faces. And then I met his other Easy's other son too. I think his name is E3, but he has a lot of kids, so pardon my memory. But I shook hands with both of them, and they were telling me how dope my set was. I was like, damn, that's so fucking dope. Because
wow.
shout out both of them and the whole family, Easy's family.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's got to be something. Being told
Mhm.
from Lil Easy E, like your set, like he approached you. It sounds like.
I don't really remember how it went, but I definitely remember meeting those two because I didn't talk to anybody else at the show, from the tour. It was just them two.
So they were real enough to come approach you, obviously.
They were, and that's what I remembered about them. They really were like that. I brag about I talk about Lil Easy being real like that to people all the time because my interaction with him was that genuine and he was a friendly guy.
Yeah, God, I interviewed him. That was 2015, back when I was doing my live show, and he was with his daughter at Disneyland for her birthday. So it was pretty cool, man. That here it is. He's taking her on rides, and meanwhile he's doing this interview with me. And I'm like, oh, this is fun,
That's
man.
such
This
a
is cool.
cool ass thing. Shout
Yeah,
out to him for that.
it's up on my channel, man. Maybe I'll send that to you at some point. You can check it. That's an old
Oh,
interview.
absolutely.
And that one we did use video. So I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
you couldn't see him; he was over the phone, but you could see me. I'm sitting there doing my thing. But so okay, so but you didn't meet Violent J. This is interesting too because it was a charity thing. How did you get wrapped up in that?
So this just goes back to Diane. She was just in charge of a lot of the bookings that went on at Triple B's, and I want to say she just took a liking to our sound or me or one of us to where she just kept constantly booking my group. Um, and I really appreciate her for that because it was probably one of the biggest, the grandest stages I had been on as a kid performing at and getting to open for a lot of top talent that a lot of people like and appreciate.
Hmm. That's cool, man. So obviously, it wasn't all bad stuff. It wasn't horrorcore and death. It was like, man, we're actually trying to, help the kids of St. Jude's. That was the charity, right? That you guys were
Yeah,
proceeds
that
were
was
going to.
Violent J's package, yeah, for sure. And I just really want to put that up as one of my favorite shows, just based on the reasoning behind doing it. That meant so much to me to do. I didn't care if I made $1 off of it.
Right, right. You were there to perform. You just enjoyed performing. So you did a
No, for
lot of.
sure.
I'm trying to think, man, because I don't remember. I try to go to all the anytime Donnie Menace puts something out, or does some performing, I try to make those shows. And I don't remember ever running it into you or you performing or anything. I must have just, must have been just
Here's
different.
the thing. A lot of those shows that went on at LVCS back in the day, I was 16. So in my
Oh,
groups, and I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, and I don't know how this was ran or how it went, but back then they would just let me perform at the very opening slot before the doors even open. And me being in my fresh performance mind, I'm thinking that, this is like peak and this is what I'm doing. And then they just kick me way before the doors would even open officially, or they would kick me right off after our performance and I'd be booted. So you probably came right after us, because we get early spots probably, or I couldn't linger the venue.
right, right. Yeah, that's interesting because that would have been what 2010 or something like that, or
That was before me. I didn't really get off the ground and start doing shows probably till 2013-ish and beyond maybe.
okay, okay, yeah, because that was like I said, I've tried to go to a lot of those, our backstage bar and billiards or whatever they perform at all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That was another one. So, but they're always fun shows. I enjoy them every time
Yeah,
I
they
go to
really
them.
appreciate local talent there too. They give you the whole nine, the drink special package and backstage access, name on the marquee, and I really love Triple B's.
Yeah, there's not a, I mean, at the time when I was doing it, it was like you kind of had to get in where you could. And man, I played some pretty some pretty whack shit. You know what I mean? As
Oh,
far
for
as like,
sure.
like these battle of the bands, somehow it was a situation like what you're talking about, where the person took a liking to me and would always have me on, and I was like, I'm not even here to win anything. I just like to perform. I
Yeah,
just wanted to get up there and do some shit. I didn't care about winning. So,
for
but
sure.
or either that or they'll have you perform at like some coffee house and it's not even your demographic and you're just like,
Oh, goodness. My first show, I think, was at a taco restaurant
oh
on
shit.
Maryland Parkway. It was called Yayo Taco. We performed in the corner with just like one PA and a mic.
Oh, oh
Just shit
God.
like that. That was
Yep.
my first live show, I think, officially with my name on the flyer. Before that, I was doing open mics at the damn bail bonds. You remember when they would do First Friday and everyone that rapped would link up at the bail bonds? If you don't know, you heard it here first because I'm that old in the scene. Like I remember those days. That's where I first came in.
And this was at First Friday downtown.
Yeah, ask Donnie about the eight ball bear bail bonds era. He'll tell you all about it. He probably couldn't talk
Oh,
shit to you.
okay. Yeah. You know what? And by then I was kind of out of it. I didn't really fuck with music by then. I was doing more going to radio and doing this kind of shit now, so
Okay.
by
Yeah,
then,
you didn't miss out on much.
yeah, yeah. Because you remember, I'm older than you, man. So back then, it was kind of fucked up because it was right when the internet was just poking its head out, and so the old way of doing it is pretty much the way of the dinosaur. The whole doing in stores and doing consignments and putting your music in the store on consignment. You know, so yeah, dude, it was kind of like a transitional period. It was just the wrong time for that stuff, I guess. You know what I mean? So I got burnt out on it after a while.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely.
did you ever perform with a group called Doomsday Productions?
No, but I know about them through 5150. I had heard about them. They're local legends out here. I know about, their run. I came right after that run ended. That's why I never get to cross paths with them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, they pretty much given it up. I actually ran into Eclipse at a event at a school, and he was there because his daughter went to that school. So, and he came
Oh
up to me,
wow.
and I was like, "Hey, man, what's like?" He remembered me. I thought he was somebody else because he put on
That
he
is
put on a
fucking
shitload of
insane.
weight, man.
Yeah, we
So,
all do, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
I remember hearing about Pitt all the time back when I was in my 5150 era, and he was close to the guy I was rapping under, I think. He was friends with him from back in the day.
Okay, yeah. Pitt. I met Pitt one time, and that was back when they were performing. There was a little place right next door to the Huntridge Theater, and I can't remember the name of it. The Sanctuary. That's what it was called. And
Okay.
Pitt and I smoked a blunt in the bathroom, is what we did.
That sounds so dope.
So that was kind of cool. But I knew Eclipse better. I'd run into Eclipse a bunch of times, So
Okay.
it's just and plus, I take paratransit, and his sister was disabled, so she rode that service too. So they'd always go down and buy her pass. And I remember I was sitting there. This is back when we had to go down and purchase our passes. So I'm sitting there waiting for them to call me up, so I could buy my pass. And he saw me and he was like, "Hey," and he's like, "It's Eclipse." I'm like, "Oh shit, what's up, dude?" So yeah, his
That's
sister
fucking
rode
fire.
paratransit. It's pretty interesting, man. It's because Vegas was a small town at one point, so everybody would run into each other, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Even
So
now, you never really know anymore. That's why I don't date or really talk to too many girls inside my circle that I know. Like that's why when you see me pop out with a girl, she's completely out of nowhere, it seems, and she's not one of the ones on my followers that's been there because too many people run into each other, and I don't want to see a motherfucker again, really, a lot of the time. Or
right.
talk to someone who knows someone that I know, and I'm still the point of topic, and fuck all that.
So you don't like to, and I totally get this. Like you would never date a chick, that's I've been to your shows and I've done and I've I know I got all your music. You probably would be like, oh no.
Um, for sex probably, but to seriously date, maybe. I don't really know. I guess I've never had like someone be a fan of me first and then approach me to try to come with a relationship. It's usually vice versa, where I'm in a relationship, they find out I make music, it's a big surprise, and then they find out they're a fan, blah 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 blah.
Right, right. That's cool, man. Well, I get it. That's I try to stay away from hip hop chicks. you
Yeah,
know?
honestly, I don't even get a lot of that. Like people just look at me as just like a cool ass nerd. I don't think really people be fucking with me like that. Again, like all the play and motion I usually get is just from people outside of my circle. So I don't have to really. But then again, that's what I'm saying. I'm just now getting back out there. Like I'm just now doing more shows and putting my music to a broader audience. So we'll see. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you got your YouTube channel, which obviously up there, you've got not just your music, but you got some videos of you gaming too.
Yeah,
So
that's
you're
how I that's how I sidestepped the bullshit of my traumatic childhood was through gaming and making music, so I still do it.
oh, that's cool. And you play games online, kind of thing.
I play anything. I play what's new. I play the retro old shit we grew up on. I just bought a WWE 2K26 today.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I was gonna when you said what we grew up on, I was gonna say Space Invaders,
Oh, I know about it.
Pac-Man.
Trust me. Trust me.
Uh,
I know. Don't think I don't know about Marble Madness and fucking ET on Atari 2600 and my mom definitely like in the moments she wasn't acting a damn fool like where we were actually bonding like I picked up some shit from my family upbringing. Like I like to feel like I'm in a sweet spot of age where I'm not too young to where I don't know shit. You know, they always say, "Oh, well, I've been around the block a few times." Okay, well, I may not have been on that block a few times, but I've been on that block at least one time around. And I'm not too old to not be able to hang with the younger generation and to where I just dismiss all of the shit that comes out. So that's my
right.
whole thing.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I mean, and then the next song we're gonna play. This is a nice little segue here. But you sampled Michael McDonald's "What a Fool Believes." Like that was
Oh my goodness.
such a dope choice. And like when I heard you spitting that at the show, I was like, oh my god! Like I never would have thought to even use such a sample, man.
I think when I heard that beat, I've been hearing that like that beat loop for a while, and just a lot of the times how I write songs is that it's just completely random and sporadic. So when I heard that, it just gives me this just and I love the Doobie Brothers in general, and we were talking about that too. A lot of that music from that era was just really just it was vibey and it was bouncy, and those guys had soul, like a lot of those guys,
Oh, no
really,
question.
like the Hall and Oates era. We were talking about the Doobie Brothers,
Yeah.
um, David Bowie, uh, so just rapping over their shit while it's unorthodox. I think that it just opens up another door. Don't if it happens in the next 5 years or so, you heard it here first. People start rapping over rock ballads, like
Dude,
religiously.
I wish they would. I mean,
I do
I'm
too.
still,
Yeah,
you know,
I want to go
I
find more after this conversation.
I got one for you. You could go look up, which I'd
Yeah,
love to
go
hear
for it.
someone spit over it. It's by Steely Dan, and it's called "No Static." I think "No Static at All" or something like that.
Okay,
That
I'm gonna
beat
see if I try to recognize it when I hear it.
that beat is banging. I would just love to hear somebody. As a matter of fact, my buddy Doc Maninoff out of Chicago. Um, I sent him the video, and I was like, man, why don't you spit over this? And he was like, no, hell no, I don't want to get wrapped up in sample clearance and all this other shit. And I'm like,
Ah,
oh man, but
he's a
I would
professional.
love to hear somebody spit over that beat. That beat
I'm
is
just the
amazing.
guy for the antics and the bullshit. If you don't remember from the show.
Oh
And
yeah.
my family's from Illinois, by the way. That's cool. They're from the suburbs of Chicago, so just the south side of the suburbs. All the suburbs in Illinois you can imagine. We were just the only ones that were in Gary. So I spent half my childhood going through both Gary and Illinois, and I have been to Chicago and
Oh,
all of that.
oh, that's right, because they're bordering. You know, like that.
Yeah,
You
they're
know,
about to put the Bears Stadium in Gary. Isn't that the stupidest shit you've ever heard?
the Bears
I'm
Stadium's going to
not
be
kidding.
moved to Gary, Indiana.
That is one of the talks. Yeah, yeah. I'm not
Wow,
shitting you.
wow,
Because for the longest time, they wanted to name Gary as a suburb of Chicago, but they're not fucking doing it. So,
wow.
and I thought it was crazy they built that Hard Rock there. I tell the tourists at my job this all the time. Yeah, they built a Hard Rock casino in the middle of Gary, Indiana, on Broadway. If I was on vacation, I wouldn't want to leave the fucking resort. I would not leave that parking lot. Are you shitting me?
I mean, I've heard a lot about Gary, but I mean, what kind of city is it? What's it like?
Just think, okay, so the way the city's history was, and I think I told this story before on another interview, was that it was a predominantly mixed city at one point in the 60s, maybe earlier than that. It was the home of steel. Everything is steel. There's a lot of steel factories out there. So there was a lot of work from trained workers and things like that. And I guess the city just the steel mill dried up, and those it started, the people that worked there started to move out, and that's when the crime and shit really took over, and it went to shit. And then follow it by, they had this mayor, I think for the longest time, that didn't give a fuck. Like that's what it was. You got a city with a mayor that doesn't give a fuck, and that's really where it's going to start. You know that.
So
Um,
it's kind of getting like East St. Louis, sort of.
I don't know how it is now because I haven't been back. But again, I have no plans to really go through Gary unless I really got a lot of money because I don't have any family there. All of my family's in Illinois. So if I go back,
Ah,
I can just go to Illinois and do one lap and see everybody. I don't need to go to Gary.
gotcha. So no reason to even step foot in Gary anymore.
But I'm repping it. I'm repping it. It's the home of Michael Jackson. It's the home of Freddie Gibbs, talented rapper.
No,
It's Music Man, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indy, for my people that don't know. And I think there was a famous, either he was a NASA or he was a neurosurgeon from Gary. I can't
hmm,
remember, but I know I do my city's history. I'm gonna get an Indiana state tattoo too, probably a Nevada one as well, but for
nice.
sure, for
That's
sure.
I just remember playing. I was a kid and we were playing Trivial Pursuit, and I think one of the questions was the capital of Indiana. So I said Gary because that was the only city I really knew.
Oh, you're a real one. You knew Gary and you didn't know anything else. Valid.
No, no. I mean,
You get an A in my book.
it was like Indianapolis. Like what? Like
Yeah, I've
oh
been there
shit.
too before. Indianapolis isn't that like when I went to Indianapolis, being in Gary so long, you think it's gonna be like the Hollywood Hills of Indiana, but it was really fucked up too. And I, it really was like we were in downtown Indianapolis, and I don't know, the people out there could probably confirm it too, because I guarantee you there's a lot of areas they don't fuck with. But I've been to other parts of Indiana too. Like I went to school in Hammond, and but Gary was predominantly where I grew up.
Man, Gary, Indiana, must have been. I guess you didn't know any different because it was home for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just knew I didn't want to become a product of my environment. Like I just feel like I understood the mission way before I could process it, and I just realized that like this was not for me. My mission is way bigger than what this is. Way bigger than what my mom has going on. She could figure that out on her own.
It's interesting though that you knew that even then, because if you're only exposed to one thing, you kind of think that's the world. You know what I mean? Until you actually venture out. So I guess what gave you that window to the world, as it were, to make it where you saw better?
Moving to Vegas.
Ah, coming to Vegas. That's
And
interesting.
I lost my virginity too, so I feel like that probably gave me this like Superman effect where I thought I knew every fucking thing. You know how it is.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
you know, when you're when you're a teenager, you think you know it, or what is it? What do I always say? As a teenager, you think you know everything. When you're in your 20s, you swear you know everything.
Oh boy.
You know what I mean? Like nobody can tell you shit in your 20s. You're like, I know it
Shit.
all.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Shit gets way better. I think shit got way better for me when I got in my mid to late 20s to early 30s, I will say. I
right.
people fuck with me now. I feel like I like my adult face now. I like my adult version of me. Girls like the adult me better.
Oh, yeah. Well, and you look back now at yourself now and you're just like, oh shit, I was stupid.
Oh yeah, absolutely fucking stupid. Just talented, but stupid.
Oh, Believe me, I was there. I was.
Yeah, I already know.
I had my share of stupid salad for sure, man. Believe me. Some of
Did
the
you
shit
grow
that
up in Vegas?
I did. I am born and raised in Vegas,
What high school did you go to?
Western.
Okay.
So
I
that's
don't mean
which
to
one you.
interview the interviewer. I'm
Hey,
just,
no, you know what? I like that because it shows that you're interested in who you're talking to. Some people don't
I
give a
am.
fuck. You know, some people are just
I
like,
am. You're cool as fuck, dude. I don't
yeah,
even think I didn't get to see you at the show. Like I don't even know what you look like.
you might have seen me. All right. Well, here's the thing that you may or may not know, but I'm completely blind and have been since birth. So if you saw a blind dude walking around with a cane,
Oh,
that was
okay.
me.
Yeah, I think somebody was yeah, I did see you. Okay, so next time I will go say what's up to you.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you saw a bald dude with a with a white cane, that was me. So
You were
yeah.
chilling. Yeah, I got the fuck out of your way when you came by me, I think.
I probably did brush you at some point or walk,
No,
you
you
know.
didn't. I was just like, yo, I already know. Let
Yeah,
me step aside here.
yeah. It was a fun show though, man. It ran way late. I was like, Jesus, I'm
Oh
like,
my
it's
God. My girlfriend is such a good sport because she went to go take the rest of the night off in the car and go to sleep. She didn't even want to leave early or anything. She's just like, you got shit to do, go handle that. I fuck with that. Yeah, it was really late.
so she was, yeah, because I was starting to get, I'm like, I'm an old fucker. I'm used to going to bed at like 10, 11 o'clock.
Bro, who are you
But-
telling? I didn't want to be up that late either. Fuck that shit. Like, I hate staying up late when I'm not in the house and I don't have shit to do.
right, right. It's just like, why just go to bed, at this
Yeah,
point,
seriously.
like
Yeah, I
everything's
feel
done.
that, dude.
Yep, yep. You're just like, all right, everything's done. I have no reason to be staying up. Let's go to bed, man. Plus, you got
Out of
work.
the house. Yeah, if you're gonna stay up past a certain hour, I need to be in the fucking house comfortably with my weed already and everything. Like,
Right, where
I
you're
hate
like,
being in motion. Yeah.
well, that was the thing too, because then now I gotta, now that when the show was finally over at 1:30 in the morning or whatever the hell it was, I'm like, now I gotta get an Uber and I gotta, work through all the people. I didn't, you know what? I didn't even stick around for Scum does his thing at the end whenever he performs. He always buys people shots of Jägermeister at
Oh,
the
he
end.
offered to buy me one. He
Yep,
did. And
yep,
I told
that's
him no because I had to drive home and then my girl, yeah.
yep.
Yeah, you're right.
I did. I spoke to
You're
him
so
briefly.
fucking right about this, buddy. You didn't even know.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said,
You-
I couldn't wait to the last note. I'm
yeah,
like,
he
all
fucking did that.
right. He does it all the time.
And he gave me props for it too. He was like, I respect that. I respect that you're not trying to get fucked. Yeah, I got offered a whole bunch of party favors. I was saying earlier in this interview after that shit.
Yeah, yeah. So it's that, but that's his thing. He does that every show that he performs at. He comes out afterwards and he's like, "All right, who wants shots? And who wants?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he's just buying people shots of Jaeger. But I was so at that point, I'm like, I just want to get the fuck out of here. It
He's
wasn't
such a
nothing.
cool guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Really cool dude. Like I said, I spoke to him earlier that night at the show. He was getting something at the bar, but I figured I just would see him later. But man, by that time, I'm like, all right, I want to get the fuck out of here. It's past my
It's
bedtime.
way past that time. Yeah.
That was something with the sound, man. I don't know why they some of these people, man, are just flake sandwiches. That was another thing I hated about doing music is people were flaky.
Yeah, no, that shit is insane.
Yeah,
And there's
just
all kind of shadiness and politics and
yeah, and flakiness, and just like like for instance, the guy couldn't even take the show seriously enough to show up on time. It's like, you're getting started. You guys told your fans, oh, a matter of fact, I even asked Donnie. I was like, "What's going on, man?" He was like, "Man, we're waiting on the sound man. He's on his way." I'm like, "God damn."
yeah, we all expect. I know I had people trying to rush. Oh, I'm rushing to be there at the show, and I'm like, bro, don't even fucking worry about it.
Yeah, yeah, because we got in. I mean, it was fun. I was talking to the chick next to me for a while. Well, then dude rolled up and attempted to crush my game.
I wonder who it was. I wonder if it was the chick that I had talked to that was a super cool hip hop fan. I wonder if it was her, but
She wasn't really a hip hop. She was more of a rock chick. She was a black girl, but she
oh, okay. Oh,
she
I know who you're talking about. She was hanging out with one of the other performers that night too. Yeah.
she knew this guy. I forget who he was, what his name was now, but she introduced me to him. She was kind of a tall black girl.
Yeah, she was super alt and had on black. Yeah.
I was kind of digging on her, man, and then fuckface came over and decided he wanted to, throw his
Be a cock
cocaine at her.
block.
Yeah, he pretty much did. Well, she still talked to me, afterwards, but it wasn't the same. We weren't having that electric conversation. We were first when she
She
first.
was feeling it. She was off the fucking the $5 PBR, and she
That's
was
what I was
ready.
off too. I was drinking that too. I was loving it. My bill came to
I love
$29.
I know this is 50-50 with every person that I know. You either love PBR and you'll die by it, or you fucking think it's a nastier shit. And I absolutely love PBR.
I,
It's cheap, it
I
does
love
the
it.
job, and when it's ice cold, I fucking can't get enough of it.
I love it. I love it. They used to this bar.
It's the beer of punks. It's the alternative beer.
It is. It is. But I like it, and I've gotten my handyman into it. Matter of fact, he was like, the bar that I like going to, he's like, man, it pisses me off that Rum Runner took PBR off tap. I'm like, I know. That's what I used to.
I'd be pissed off about that too. I am one of those people. Yes, PBR. Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Ice
Yeah.
cold.
I love it. I think it's great. I try to get it that or
The
Michelob
only
Ultra.
place I can get it is when we do shows at the dive bar. It's funny. That's what my favorite thing about doing shows there is. I know I can get the little $5 PBR. I'll get a few of them.
Oh yeah, it's great. You just sit there and drink those all night, and then finally you're like, all right, I'm happy. I'm toasty. So
It tastes good too. I don't know what other people think, but that shit's good.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Actually, there was one place they did a show. I think it was Isham and Donnie Menace and a bunch of. It was called The Box.
I've done shows there before too. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a crazy ran operational.
Yeah, they're all a little bit, kind of like.
I was about to say, I don't know if I'm not going to say anything. That was crazy.
Actually, the scariest thing that happened was I had to take a shit when I was there, and I was like, "Oh God,
dude.
I was like, I got to use
Was there
that
even
toilet."
a bathroom in there?
Yeah, it was a little like closet type thing. It was weird, and
what the fuck?
we were just going in there, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit on this toilet, and yeah.
Wow, that is a nightmare. That is
Oh, yeah.
horrible.
Oh yeah, and it was one of those. Sometimes you can hold it. And you're like, all right, man, I can deal, man. I feel it bubbling a little bit, but this
Right.
was one of those like,
Oh
okay.
no, this is explosive. Like you might,
Yeah.
you might ruin the night
Oh yeah,
after one.
that's what I was like. And later,
And I already know how that place is set up too. That Wendy's was probably closed too, so you can't go across the street and
shit in the Wendy's.
fucking.
Well, I didn't even know, like, I didn't really know my way around there. You know what I'm saying? Because it was kind of it's a new area, and when you don't see, it's like,
Yeah,
what
that was
the
a
fuck.
That was a fuck location, and just the few shows that I did there, they did not run well.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what though, Isham was the highlight, man. I liked
I
his
met him
stage.
there.
Oh, did you?
It's probably the same show. Tell me you were at the same show that I performed at.
You might.
He
Ah,
performed-
damn.
I
If you
have the
did.
picture with him. I have a picture with Isham, and I was doing a show with a guy. It was just me there, and I met Isham after that show.
It was 2017, I want to say. I think.
Sure, I think it was 2020 or 2019.
29. Well, maybe it was 2019. We have one show on our channel. Cruise Control always likes to put little funny titles, and I was telling the story about having a shit when I was at the box, and the show's called Max in a Box.
What?
So it was my whole story because I was talking about, yeah, man, and I went there, and then I had to shit, and I was, so.
Yeah, that's a crazy story. You should have included a video of walkthrough tour of what the box in the box bathroom looked like. I think that would have added to the story.
Oh yeah, that would have been.
People don't know.
Cool.
Like I had a thing with fucking Donnie too. Where I'm like we were going through it, and I'm telling them like, oh, people have probably never even been to a dive bar. So some of my fans are gonna come out here and see the bathroom and think it's like this crazy shit. And like we know what a dive bar is, but that place, the box, no, that's. Yeah, what you think what I feel like I thought people would think a dive bar was is what the box actually is.
Oh, it's a box. That's a great name for it.
With no ventilation. Yeah, there was no ventilation there.
That's right. They had to keep the doors open. They weren't running in the air conditioner. The doors were open, and it was like June or something. If I'm
Dude, yeah, it was.
And then what that guy fearless white guy. Fearless?
Fear
Or-
itself.
Fear itself.
That's
thank you.
Charlie.
That's him. Yeah, okay. Him and his girl, Lil Terror, they performed there too. So I was talking to them a little bit. Actually, I think I bought the tickets from them originally.
Oh, okay.
So, and because they came to my house and actually dropped them off. See, now we did it the way it should be done. Now I just zelled Donnie the money. I was like, let me just do this, man. I'll just sell you the money. It's easier. So that's what I wound up doing. But back then, what the fuck did I know? I just had them pull up, at my house, and I bought the tickets from them.
Old-fashioned way to deliver everywhere in Vegas off your gas.
Yep, pretty much. You run around dropping off tickets and doing all this shit, and that's what they do
now.
Do you? I think Donnie
if I got
does
tickets
too.
to a show, I'll still pull up on people, but I feel like it's more public now. Like back then, I'd take a bus anywhere in the city and be at your front door. Now I'm meeting in public in the parking lot. I feel like 50-50 because I feel like that makes people uncomfortable, and you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was the parking lot of my condos, so they didn't see much. But but still, it was like, man, and they're very cool. I like that dude. I don't know what happened to him.
I love Charlie. What do you mean? He was just at he was introducing the last show. That was him. He was the host. Yeah, he was.
Donnie was the host, was he?
Well, Donnie was he was running my set and he was like talking, but the actual host was Fear, and he just had a baby.
I'm surprised
just had a baby.
He either he didn't recognize me. I don't know. It's been like 10 years since he's seen me.
I don't know. I think we were all just like thrown off by the late time. You don't know how much more antics me and Donnie had planned throughout the night that we didn't get to do because of the time. Like we had music we were going to put in the set list, and it was just going to be I know you heard the shit on my set. It was just more fuck shit. Yeah, I'm a troll if you didn't notice, everybody. The shit I had on my set, they had to censor off because
I would have loved to have seen that too. Because like I said, I really enjoyed your that's why I was like, I gotta interview this guy. Man, I gotta get him on.
I wanted to add before we leave the topic of the box that it sucks the time period that I met Isham because I feel like it was just a rough time for me, both in the relationship and music. And I didn't know the direction I was going, but I wish I met him more now that I have a catalog built under the name and everything, because that really wasn't a good showcase. And it wasn't even like the horrorcore stuff is what it was. It was just in the samurai era, and a lot of that stuff is what was just a weird period for me. But shout out Isham too.
Yeah, that was he was up there. He had a whole like a band damn near. He had drums and guitars, and
the live band with Isham is fucking dope. A lot of rappers try the live band thing, and I don't really like how it sounds over the rap drums because I prefer the rap, but Isham's killing it with that band.
Oh yeah, that was a great show. I didn't expect to see that. I was like, okay, this is my first time seeing Isham live, and well, you see YouTube videos of him performing and stuff, and it's just kind of okay, but this was something special.
I like the direction he's going with his music and his brand.
Oh yeah. Well, Isham he never stops evolving. That's just how he is.
No, he's another one of my early influence. That's another one I'd put up there. He's for sure had an impact on me. I used to listen to a lot of his shit. I love Dead Flowers is my favorite one.
Oh yeah. Well, being from the Midwest, I'm sure that's a big. I go back to Booming Words and erotic poetry.
He's a classic man. Yeah, that man. Yeah, Isham stays in my rotation on and off through various periods. I'll never stop listening to him or Lynch, or feel like I'm missing one more, but for sure.
Let's see. Well, probably Insane Poetry. They were. That was.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially since
I even told Poetry like when I got introduced to him, I'm like a second generation, like underground era type of person. I wasn't in the first, like the 90s, and I wasn't really in the early 2000s, but I was like the mid 2000s is when I started to kind of bring up the speed. And when I first heard Insane was like Faith and Chaos and shit. And I remember telling them that at the show, like I was like, look, Psycho, I'm not really too familiar with y'all's newer shit with Triple MFD, but after hearing this set, I'm definitely going to be going in and doing my homework on it because all I knew is your older shit. And I just told him straight up, like, there's so much music out there, but I gave him his flowers too. And I told him, I was like, bro, these guys like Isham and Lynch and all them and Doomsday Productions, and these guys are like the godfathers of the game and they're hometown heroes, whether they get their flowers or not. And I put Poetry right up there with guys like Isham and Spice One and Brother Lynch because he's right there.
You've heard Grim Reality, right? That was one of the first official releases,
That sounds super familiar. If I
That
did it, I heard it way back.
Oh yeah, that's an album. You know, I slept on it, and then I was like, a couple years later, I'm like, man, I should pull this out and listen to it, man. Because I remember it being good. I just didn't really, trip, I guess, at the time. And man, I was like, well, this is a really good album, man. I gotta listen to this more often. So I kind of Johnny come lately it, but hey, man, I dug it. I think it's a classic now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna run through psycho shit definitely for sure. I love those guys that were like they're hood as fuck, but they do dark shit and it like connects to the culture. Like guys like Esham and Lynch in Poetry and Spice One. Like they're hood as these are hood dudes rapping about street shit, but they come with this dark side and it's just so it's good. It's really good.
You probably would like ADR LeVay. I don't know if you've heard him.
I have not.
He's from San Francisco. I actually know that dude.
Okay.
I've interviewed him a couple times. I actually went and hung out with him last year when I went to San Francisco for my birthday. So, but no, his old group was called 666, and then he has other stuff too.
The
but
six spelled with a number six?
I believe it's 3 6s. So, but I would look up his album Leviathan's Creation, which is and it's under ADR LeVay. That's just him. So, and then there's the 6 Year Sacrifice. You can find a lot of his shit on he's done songs with Mars. They were on that what was that label? Apartment 3 Records or whatever it was. Apartment 3 DNA.
Okay, that sounds wicked.
So, oh yeah, you'd love ADR. If you say you like hood dudes that do dark music, because I'm into that stuff too. So you would love ADR LeVay.
I'm
sure.
always digging. I'm always digging, whether it's old or new. So like I've definitely been through my Scarface digging period. I didn't grow up on Tupac, but as I get older, I'm definitely going through his shit now, and it's insane. There's a lot of dope music out there. The Dog Pound, I could just go on, and the music is my life. Like every tattoo on my left arm, besides like my sister's name, is basically a music tattoo. Oh, and this Friday the 13th one. So, music saved my life.
Well, and that's it. If you seem like you like digging and finding new stuff, so yeah, it's always good to introduce somebody to something new. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Speaking of introducing people to new stuff, we did talk about this. What a Fool Believes. I think we should play it, man.
Oh fuck yeah!
Let's play this for him. So we're gonna play your "What a Fool Believes" freestyle. When you say freestyle, you just came off the head with this, or you actually wrote something?
Essentially, when I wrote it, what freestyling is nowadays is it's an open verse that really doesn't have a topic. It's just out there. You know, a lot of songs get names and they're about something. This is just like an open verse type of thing.
Okay, so you wrote it, but it wasn't anything you thought about having a hook, and this is what I wanted to do. It was just like, just gonna run straight through. Okay, all right, well, it's dope, man. Like I said, I heard the sample, I was like, whoa, I've never even thought to use something like that. So and I like I said, I'm very familiar with the song, so I'm just like,
sure.
Oh, shit. So anyway, we're gonna jump into that, and then we'll come back and talk to you some more. So stick with us, bitches.
Mic check would be on the flyers, trying to get my money fucking spreading like a virus. I will not be silenced. Try to front on me, but your pockets looking low like my eyelids. Blaze up on the hydro. Come to my show with your hating ass, you could die slow. But as high as the Eiffel, and if you might know, it's the addict to the psycho. Get knocked when the bass hits. Hella basic, I'm running different flavors in the grape swish. But if it's yours, then it's tasteless. And if the cops get to right and we don't see them, we don't say shit. We ain't gotta talk gunplay. On the runway, doing niggas cold like a Sunday. I ain't tripping if I get signed. Have you at the hospital in a coma like you Rick Grimes? Lately, I ain't been shit, but tremendous when my paper and the pen hit. In the game, about to end quick. Put a target on your family and the friends that you end with. Much love to the people that I rock with. Pull up to your function, blacked out like a gothic. Man, I'm trying to start a mosh pit. Keep hella bands on me like the shirts in Hot Topic. All hail to the MF. You need to invest in yourself to make it sound I've been next. In my line, I got no interest. And we not impressed by you, so we caving in your thin chest. Supreme is the dress code. Gotta fit this money, no suplex though. I'ma rip it, it's the bro who's special. Gotta know, though, to split your whole crew threshold. Hey, take more than that to phase me. Send a friends since you niggas like to play G. Picking myself back up lately. I've been beyond what they say. Okay, no Jay-Z. Get your clip and we lock low. Then we sparking in the block sound like a rock show. With the work you put in, homie, you will not blow. Get you at the Costco, put a hole in your Aeropostale. Take matters in my own hands. Gary, Indiana, reppin' is the homeland. What a nigga can't solve, hit the chrome can. Somewhere all alone in the zone, getting blown. Damn, hey.
Oh man. All right. So we are back from that. That is, if you, whether you like hip hop or yacht rock, you're going to fuck with that. So that's definitely something dope, man. So what were you saying? We're talking about a lot of shit before we
Yeah.
some
A
of
funny
our,
conversation we were talking about is that, like, if you had any form of soul, like as a Caucasian person or just somebody who wasn't POC back in those days,
right.
70s, 80s, you would automatically get deemed as like black. Like you said, you remember when records like What a Fool Believes came out, and I immediately followed by, oh, like when they were saying Michael McDonald was black. Now that's just something I know just as the history of music, but I guarantee you probably remember when that was actually a thing.
Well, you know what? There was no music videos, so nobody could see what the person looked
Yeah,
like. You know what I mean? So you just hear a voice, and you're like,
yeah.
"Oh, it's a black dude singing," you know, and you're like, "No, actually, it's not." You know,
And then that
so
just opened up a whole other just box of worms about how we were talking about. I'm sure how guys like David Bowie got that, Hall and Oates, because they had all the soul, like groups like that. It was just, I remember
oh,
like it, you can hate on the 80s all you want, but the groups like that, they came and they really just changed shit the fuck up.
well, it's like I thought Kenny Loggins was black. I thought
Oh
Mick
yeah,
Jagger
yeah,
was
I could
black.
see, I could,
You know what I mean? Especially if you hear songs like Heart to Heart, you're like, "Oh, that fucker's black." And
Kenny
then,
Loggins.
yeah, I thought he was a black
Oh
dude
my
when I
shit.
heard that song.
Yeah, this is a great conversation. That's the
I was like,
respect
okay.
to music everywhere. I just love music so much. This is great.
Then I hear him get interviewed. Well, see, because okay, welcome to my world. You know, you hear a voice and you think one thing, and then all of a sudden they're like,
Yeah, no.
"No, man, actually, it's you know, it's the other way." Like I remember I interviewed a guy. You might know. Do you ever? They're out of Michigan, and he calls himself Horror Flick Records. I don't know if you knew
Huh.
Randall from
Mm, mm,
Twice Dead is what
maybe
he went
Donnie
by.
might.
Donnie might
It
know who.
sounds familiar. It
Yeah,
sounds familiar.
well, because he was really active. I don't know if he's. I haven't heard from him in several years now. But anyway, so I was interviewing him. That's back when we were doing the live show, and he was on Skype. And the guy who ran the radio station, George, we were talking after I got finished. And he's like, "Man, he's sitting there with his hat on all backwards and shit." And I said, "Well, dude, he's a black dude," and he's like, "He's not black." I was like, "Huh?" And he was like, "That was a white dude." And I'm
Oh
like,
shit.
oh fuck, he sounds like a black dude. You just like how he speaks and everything, you know.
Oh,
So
for sure.
yeah, I thought he was a black dude, but nope. And that shit happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
You
Sometimes some
know.
people just become a product of their environment. Other times it's just a matter of you're not paid. You can't see what you're listening to.
Yeah, yeah. And you just hear a voice coming out of the radio, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess that's what it is. It's actually kind of funny though. Oh, another one
Oh
was
yeah.
Lisa Stansfield. Been around the
Oh,
world
okay.
and I can't find my baby. I thought she was black. And then all of a
Oh
sudden
yeah.
she's a white girl from England.
For sure.
You know, and I hear her getting interviewed and she's like, "Oh, well, you know, back when I was growing up, it's like, you know," and I'm like, "What the hell?" I wasn't
A lot of
expecting.
great British pop.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, and even some of those new wave bands had a little bit of soul too.
Oh yeah. I
Like
think it was still even going in R&B. Like I don't know if you remember John B when he came out, but
oh yeah, hell yeah, I remember John
and
B.
people thought he was black too. Yeah, it kept going for a while. Like if you had any soul, forget about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, even now, you know, you can hear somebody and you think one thing, and then you're like I thought Bruno Mars was a black dude.
Bruno Mars.
He's Hawaiian or something.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I was about to say, did you ever hear Jack Harlow and think he was black? Like, is that still, do people hear Jack Harlow and,
I'm trying to think, who
or
is
like,
Jack? I don't know who that is.
he's the guy who made I've been to throw up the sex in
Oh,
the
that's him.
glamorous flip. Yeah. And
Oh,
he did a lot of shit, What's Poppin' and all that. I'm just
okay.
trying to name somebody who people might be familiar with in the mainstream. I don't really know who else is fucking
Oh,
rapping.
I don't think too many mainstream people listen to our show. You got to be a
Oh,
little bit
okay.
fucked up if you listen to our show.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Right
we
on.
don't
And
have.
I just barely made it, guys. This is great.
No, we're just pretty much. Matter of fact, Cruise Control always jokes and says, "Yeah, I'm sure all our 5 listeners will be happy to know." you know, but
Oh fuck. Well,
it's fun, man. It's we have a platform, and that's what we do, man. That's what it's about. It's not
it is fun.
trying to be. We've given up the days of trying to get big and known and monetize and have this huge podcast following, and we're just like, dude, we're two fuckers, sitting around drinking, whatever.
I
So,
think that's kind of the ideology behind where I started moving forward with my brand too, is like I'm done fixating on like getting like validation and comment validation, and I just started doing stuff. Like when I put out that stream of me rapping over, like I rapped over, what was it, the X-Files theme? Like I just rap over dumb shit like that. And
oh,
or like the PlayStation, I rap over stuff like, and I just put out a bunch of videos, just me on a camera. At one point, I could never sit in front of a camera. I could never look in my face in a camera and just put that out. I had an issue, but now I
hmm,
don't because I don't have these little things holding me back, like what you were saying, where you're like, oh, we're the days of like, yeah, same thing with me. The days of me fixating on, oh well, I don't, people aren't gonna like, I'm done with it and I don't care, and it's actually translated into a good result. So
and that's it. You're happier with everything because you're not worried about, oh, what do you look like and what do people think and all that other stuff. Is like,
absolutely,
people are going to like you regardless. A lot of times your fans aren't even who you expected them to be. You
they're
know what I
really
mean?
not.
Like you probably get comments from people overseas and you're going, these fuckers like my music.
Seriously, or songs that I didn't think would resonate with people that do, or yeah, I built a community of my fans too. Like the people I just hold closest to me that have really been down for a while, I finally just made a group out of them all, and I'm gonna try to get like a logo and some shirts printed up for that. And
Yeah, I mean, that's how it should be. You should enjoy what you do and make it shouldn't be a job. This is why I always hate when people say, "What you love to do, or love to do what you love," and I'm like thinking, hell no, because it would turn what I love into a job. And you know what I
oh
mean?
yeah,
So
oh
yeah,
absolutely.
it's like, no, I enjoy my day job, and then this is just fun, extracurricular.
That show was so fun. It was probably like the best show I've done, and I'm not even just saying that. Like when I got off stage, it felt like I had hit one of my ab workouts. Like my stomach was genuinely hurting me, my abs, and I didn't even. I just wrapped my I blacked out on stage. Like I remember, there's that point in the video where, and Psycho's trying to like dap me up on stage, and I just kind of like, I don't respond to it, and I was telling him, I was apologizing to him for that after. I'm like, I'm so sorry, like. I fuck with you so much. I just blacked out on stage. Like I just blacked out so many times on stage where I didn't see anything and I just performed. And I don't
Huh.
think I really got that at any other shows I did. There's too many important people there that night. Like I had co-workers there, and there's people who were going to be doing video content and just random new fans, and you were there. Like it was way too many important people for me to give a shitty performance. And now that I
I,
think I've
I am not an
done it to
important
that,
person, man.
yes, the fuck you are, bro. Yes, the
I'm
fuck
just your
you are.
basic
You're
guy,
in
man.
this culture, bro. I don't fuck that shshit, bro. I'm telling you, you're important. And what the
Man,
fuck I say matters to somebody. So there's that.
I appreciate that, man. I do. I'm just like,
I'm just saying, we need to be putting respect on the podcasters, videographers, whatever it may be out here. You guys need your fucking flowers, and you need them now before shit's too late.
right, right. Yeah. Hey, man, I feel it. I just wanted to come and see. I always tell people I'm a fan first and I'm a podcaster second.
But
So,
you're a real ass individual,
oh
and
yeah. I mean,
that's, you didn't have to contact me and do this shit and say, hey, I like, you didn't have to do any of that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I liked what I heard, man. I was like, let's get this guy on, man. Let's,
I
I'm digging his
appreciate
shit.
that.
So, it was genuine. It was like, hey, man, this, because sometimes some people that perform at those shows, I kind of, I sort of turn off. Not that they're bad, but not that they're great either.
I
you
get
know,
exactly what you mean.
some people are just kind of like the girl that we were talking about earlier. Her friends that came to perform. Yeah, I wasn't super impressed with what they were doing. It was okay. It was all right.
Shit, I'm
So,
just there because I just go where I'm needed. That's really it. Shout out to everybody doing their shit out there.
man, absolutely. And don't try to turn it into this big thing and get concerned if you don't get this many likes or views or whatever stupid shit.
I'm gonna keep doing what the fuck I want to do regardless. Like people are gonna start accepting it or not. And I think at that show it's really what turned people's perspective of like what I do. I feel
Right.
like people start treating me different after that show too. And I don't even mean like people at the show. That's music world. I mean even in my real life. Like it's funny that like I don't so for example, it's funny, let me bring this up real quick. It's
Oh yeah.
like people I'm around, I won't invite them to shows, right? Like I have a circle of people who genuinely it feels like they fuck with me. I invite them to shows, I give them the info, whatever. And then there's people who are on the no invite list. Like there's no way you would even care about my music. Then they see that fucking video where I'm performing and it's, oh, I would have came to your show. And in my head I go, really? Because you were on my no invite list as a person who wouldn't have. Like, because these, and would you have paid to see it? Like, I don't invite people who won't support it genuinely. So
Right.
if people are going to come out and support, by all means, do your thing. But like, if people are wondering why you didn't get invited, that's probably why, because I didn't think you would genuinely support it.
And
Don't
you know
pay to
what?
see this acting.
You get these people too, man. You can tell they really don't even know about what you stand for, what your music's about. Like you might have somebody who'll say, "So, how's your rap career going?" Or something. It's like that kind of tells you right there they don't listen to your music. You
No,
know what I
that's
mean?
fine. They can learn, but I'm just really private about it, is what it is. Like for
Yeah.
the, I think it was for the whole 2.5 years I even been at my job. It's just now starting to come out that I make music to a bunch of people. Like I don't go around telling people, "Hey, listen to me," all of that. Like I was a 16-year-old kid making music. The days of me doing that are over with. Now I'm on business cards. I gave you a card with art that I made and sat and spent time on. And on the back, there's a QR code with my Spotify, Apple, iTunes, everything, Instagram, everything you need is on the back of the card. I got 200 of them. Throw it away if you want to. I got so many, I don't even give a fuck. But
Right.
that's how
Right.
I do my shit now. So I'm not gonna beg for validation. I'm not gonna beg for you to come to my shows if you don't want to be there, if you don't want to support and spend money on me like the rest of the people who will and do. You just be there. If you say you want to be there, fucking show up. I'm not
Right.
about to beg for it because I proved that's what I'm saying. Going back to the initial conversation point, when they see the video, how good I am and me doing my shit, it's like, oh fuck, I would have came. And it's like, oh yeah, now that you see me doing this shit, you would have came.
Right. Right. Well, and two, I think they kind of have to show it takes a certain kind of mental wherewithal. Like, would they really understand your music if they listen to it? Because some people you could tell they would. You know what I mean?
That's the
Like,
thing too. Like I just I have a lot of just me doing that older, darker music. I probably have a cult following behind that. There is a fan I have out there, and he's like a brother to me, and he has DCK tattooed on his arm.
oh
Like there
shit.
really is somebody with that on their arm. I could send you the picture and everything. It's colored, it has a crown on it, and you know how bad like. I mean, Donnie, like people around me told me not to fixate on it because it just means I left my mark in a good way. But like, I changed my name and there's really somebody out there with the old one on them and
With
just
your
shit
old,
like that.
wow.
I swear. Yeah, I swear.
But that's somebody that that really fucks with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I used to be so annoying when I would do my live show. Like I said, I would actually go to a local internet station here, that was in town, and I'd get picked up on paratransit. All these drivers would always have questions. So how's your radio show? And I'm like thinking, man, dude, if they heard it, they probably wouldn't like it anyway because of what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, dude, this is a waste of promotion. Like, I don't really want to fuck with you because you wouldn't understand me. you know?
I had
So
people I didn't even expect asking me for Not for the Weak-Hearted. That changed my perspective. So a lot of time you don't even know who really would fuck with you. Like I'm
true.
blending a lot of like underground cult following fans from that era into my new shit, and people from my new shit are getting like a taste of what I used to do. So like it's a, it's a merge, but
That's the jaded old guy in me, I guess. They're not gonna fucking like what I do anyway.
the best of the supporters wins. At the end of the day, that's what it is. Old shit, new shit, who gives a fuck? Like just support me and my brand. And
Right.
that's the best of the supporters wins. That's who wins in the end.
Yeah.
It's not
True.
about who likes what the most or who spends the most money. Just keep supporting.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of supporting, what's going on, man? Any new projects in the works or any
Yeah,
tell us what's happening. What's the future looking like for King
I know
Cychotic?
I said I was supposed to have the project out, Life is All Funny Games out by early in the winter, but the only reason it's not done is because we're in the art slash merch stage. So basically I want to run like kind of like a little giveaway slash something fan service for my fans. I started showing the cover. Like if you were at that last show, you already saw the cover art if you're one of my fans, or I showed it to like some at work that were fans. But um I'm gonna run like a little contest and do the giveaway. So we just gotta get the art and the merch ready because that's the new standard now, is I really don't put out tapes until I got the shit fully done. But the music's done, the cover's done. I'm just trying to get merch ready for the rollout and the giveaway shit ready, and then we'll put the album out, but I haven't really said anything. As far as what's after that, I've already started recording singles. Like there's the one up on my channel or on my Instagram, Hit or Miss. That's already done. That's a single. I'm probably just gonna keep making singles until I get ready for the next big project, which if you've been following along my storyline, you probably already know what it is. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm not in that headspace yet until I get through the rollout of this next tape. So until then, we'll just keep doing features and keep doing singles probably. I'm going to
Okay.
California. I got a show in Vallejo next month, opening for Curb Lagoop.
Oh,
I got invited from my friend Jay Harmony from Richmond. He's an
oh.
imp gang, or he used to be. I
Richmond.
don't.
I,
Yeah,
I used I had a friend from Richmond actually. He now it seemed like everybody from Richmond moved to Sacramento. I don't know what
yeah.
happened.
The Bay is. I ain't never been up there. It'll definitely be dope. I know a couple cats up there. Shout out Jay Harmony. Shout out 8-Bit J and Nobi. They're all people I fuck with from the Bay that do shit.
These are all new guys to me, man. I don't recognize those names, but that doesn't mean anything.
So I'll bring these guys. So Nobi and Jay Harmony, they're both Inf Gang, and Inf Gang was Gmo Ski's outfit.
Oh,
I don't know if you remember him.
Gmo Ski. Oh, I do remember him. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Gmo
He
Ski.
had a
Man.
little outfit, yeah, called Inf Gang, and it was a collective of rappers. Those other rappers that were on that collective, I know a couple of them. So Nobi and Jay, those are the homies. And
Wasn't
Jay
he the
was the
guy?
one who,
He took the
go ahead.
dig at Violent J, didn't he? He had a
Yeah,
diss
I
record.
remember all of that stuff. Yeah.
Yep, that's right. Okay, I remember that was my first introduction to him. Actually, I was like, oh shit.
See, that was
So
crazy too, because I was listening to his music before all of the M&E deal and all of that stuff, and then all of it just, yeah, happened.
wow, wow, man. That's so you're gonna be doing a show up in the Bay. That's gonna be nice. That's more reason to check out ADR LeVay that I was telling you about, man. That's a Frisco cat.
Oh,
So
for sure.
you
I'll be looking
definitely
forward to go and finding a hood spot to go eat at. So if they want to go show me some shit or, tap
you
me
should
in.
if you're going to Richmond, go to that Taco Bell with the bulletproof glass.
Oh, that sounds lit. I think is Vallejo by Richmond, or is it?
No, that's the North Bay. Richmond's in the East
Okay.
Bay.
No, I'm not
So
going to Richmond. I'm going to Vallejo, but those
oh,
guys are
Vallejo.
all from the rich,
Okay, okay.
predominantly.
Actually, you know what, Vallejo. When I was there, I mean, it's been a while, but when I was there, it was always I got a good vibe from it. It was nice. You know what I mean? I didn't feel threatened or anything. You know what I mean? I thought it was
Oh,
cool.
word.
Yeah, at least that's
That's
how it
nice.
was.
I'm just old as fuck now. I'm trying to go eat food, smoke, and chill with my girl and
Well, that's
chill
how it
out. Oh,
should be.
I also wanted to plug this other thing too. There's a second. I think it's the second. Let me fucking do my research because if not, I'm gonna. There's a show that I'm going to that I'm just gonna be popping out at, probably just to do one song.
Oh, okay.
Um, if not, I'm just gonna be there bullshitting. Going to the Tomb 3. That's Frank's event, Frankie. of Gloom Unit. He's running a release party for his album, and they're gonna have food there and giveaways and all kinds of shit. Vicious Vampire is on that bill. You'll probably be there if you got
Is
the
that
time.
local? It's a local deal?
Yeah, that's back at the
Oh,
dive, but I got invited to go and just show face and go have a good time. So I just wanted to plug that.
is this May 2nd?
It's May. Fuck, no, not May 2nd. Let me get my calendar. No,
Okay,
dude,
because
that's next week, man. That's April 24th. Yeah, that's why I wanted to plug it too, because it's coming up soon. So if this
oh,
comes out before then,
April 24th. That's a Friday. And shit, unfortunately, I have to work the next day.
yeah,
um,
I know how that is. I think I had to work the day after that show we did. That's why I was like bummed out about it. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to be up late.
right, right. It's like, man, I'm trying to get up at a decent time and still go rock a show, you know.
Yeah, I
So,
called off the day of, not the day after. It was one or the other.
well, because I want to see you perform again and again. So,
It'll happen.
don't be bashful. If you have shows, text me, and I'll definitely try to see if I can make them.
I'll text you every time. I
Okay,
got you.
cool. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Good. Keep me in the
Anything that
loop.
comes out from me, I will keep you in the loop. You're a real as fuck, man.
Absolutely, man. I want to support. You know what I mean? That's just what I do. Well, how about any like, you have a website? Do you have any social media? What do you, if people want to hit you up and work with you
I'm
or
just
follow
on
you?
King Cychotic, KingCychotic. You type that in on Google, it'll come up with my information. Do it all as one word to be safe, so it pops up to iTunes and everything. I'm on Instagram. I got a YouTube channel where I be playing games and putting little bullshit on there. Um,
Okay.
that's about it. I'm on Xbox if you play video games. I'm on Steam,
Okay.
Twitter. That's about it. I'll get the website up and running soon. When I get this merch that's the next big step is having merchandise more frequently because this is getting a little bit bigger. So I think merch is going to be a hot commodity come forward,
Well,
especially doing more shows.
that's how rappers make their money, is through merch.
Yeah, for sure. And
Now
all
they
the
do.
designs and shit come out of my head. Like everything you see from me visually, whether that be an album cover, a logo, something like that, it comes straight from my brain. So it's just 100% me. The shit you're buying is like really stuff that I imagine and it comes into fruition and it makes me so happy to see people support.
I'll see. Yep. It's all right from your mind, man. That's where you get it. So, well,
People are gonna love this cover.
this is gonna be great, man. You know what? Before we go, because the last song we're gonna play is PlayStation 2, and there's a PlayStation 1, man. How to talk about this series, as it were.
Man, this is so crazy to me. So I've just been rapping for so long and playing video games and I remember doing the dark music like in the DCK era, always still thinking about video games and playing them and just never really knowing how to implement that side of me until I got in this relationship that ended and moving out of the DCK era into the King Psychotic one. I heard the first original PlayStation instrumental, and it was one of those songs like the Doobie Brothers where it just flowed out. I had a gang of references at my disposal from the first game, and it was a fast tempoed song, so I could rap fast over it. Um, I did that, and then let's just fast forward to I never even mentally I felt like a PlayStation 2 would definitely need to be appropriate in that series, especially with them being two of the most iconic gaming consoles. But
Right, right.
just I never heard the right beat for PlayStation 2. And then when I did, which was the one that we got, I it made sense again. So I feel like that was just a good ending note for, me. And it was a good that I want to introduce that side of me into my rapping because that's what I do is, watch anime and cartoons and games and nerd shit like that. So putting that in my music and played that first one was really monumental for my career because not only I feel like I was the best one to do something like that because when people do this type of style, it's not as I like to think, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but it's not as cohesive and structured and good and just lyrically balanced as mine. So I feel like I'm at the forefront of this type of shit when it comes to it. And just doing that really it allowed me to show my fans and satisfy my inner child and just, um, put stuff that it showed a side of me people didn't know.
Right, right. Well, you're kind of like if we watch your YouTube, obviously you got, you're playing video games plus your music. So I think it's only fitting.
That stuff came later. Again, like I was always doing these things, but I was never implementing any of it into my music. The Samurai tape when I was DCK, which was the last DCK one, which that was the one that really changed everything. That was
Mm,
the tape based around the whole anime of the Afro Samurai. And from that point on, I was like, you either go back or you go forward.
right.
So I went forward.
Man. Well, it was dope. you,
I
you
appreciate it.
you performed this at the show too. I think all the things we played, you've performed. Oh, except for the
I didn't do
rotten.com.
Rotten.com
You did
because
not do
that's
that
an
one. That's
oldie,
right.
but
But all,
PlayStation 2 I did perform. That was one of my favorite ones to perform too. Everybody liked that one.
yeah. Well, because I think you did one too, if I remember
I
that
did
night.
one and then I did two immediately after. And I was stressing in my head before we did it too, thinking there's no way I'm going to get both of these verses. Because if you listen to how the choruses are structured on both, there's the same way, but the lyrics are completely different. And
Right.
I was running through my head thinking I fuck it up. Nope, sure didn't.
So good.
Back to back.
Because you just switched gears like nothing. Like
That
like
was
you just
crazy to me. That's that blackout shit I was telling you. I think I was blacked out at that point. Like I blacked out at a lot of points in that show, which is great. And this is why I keep saying it so much. I've never blacked out at a show before. So I don't know if this is something that I should be looking at for myself. Again, there's too many important people there. I knew I needed to give a performance. Um, I got so many props, everyone loved it, but there's points in the show that I don't even remember. Like I just remember rapping into the mic. That's it. I remember looking at people's faces, but it wasn't clicking like that. It was strictly rapping. And that one of those moments was in during PlayStation, and the other one was when I was in front of Insane Poetry doing Not for the Weak Hearted. I blacked out so fucking hard when I was doing that.
that's crazy. Because
I
I
love
never
the
even
build up to Not for the Weak Hearted too. Yeah, I'm like back toward the crowd and then I just turn around and walk right into it.
wow. Because I mean, you wouldn't know. I wouldn't. It just seemed like you were. That's what's wild, man. Sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit, and then we get
I
on
guess not.
autopilot.
That's scary to me. That
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I didn't know like this capability even exists because that was the first time.
man, man. Well, it was dope, and I had no idea that you were nervous and worried, and it did not show. So
I wouldn't even say those. I knew I needed to give better shows than the ones that I didn't previously. I can't go back anymore. I'm going forward with content and music and everything else. We are not giving a lackluster performance. That's not going to be my weak point. So now
right,
it's a very strong point
got you. Well, that's hey,
and
man.
it's documented.
So the shows are going to get better and better each time you do
Oh
them.
fuck yeah.
Then.
Oh yeah,
So
and they're gonna get crazier, and I'm gonna shit post and troll the audience with even more random shit like that. So the first venue I get kicked out of is definitely gonna be a viral moment because we got away with it, everybody.
man, well, we'd love more antics. As long as you're
I
making
love
dope
that
music.
shit.
As long as you're making
Yeah,
dope music, man. Sometimes some rappers that's all they got is antics. It's like okay, but you can't rap. Where in your case, you
I
make
learned to
good.
rap before the video games. I learned to rap before the
Right.
dark shit. I learned to rap before everything else. So now doing all of that is an extension to being a good rapper. It's not the other way around where I'm standing on a pillar of fuck shit.
Right. Right. Well, that's what you find a lot with a lot of these guys. Just behaving like idiots, but yet they have no skills. Where
I
you
do
have
want to give
skills.
credit to, thank you so much. I do want to give credit to Busta Rhymes and 50 Cent. Those are the two people that made me want to rap.
Oh yeah.
Just by
Well,
the way, those are
they
my
got.
two. The rapping fast shit comes from Busta Rhymes. That's where I first wanted to actually emulate somebody else's rap doing it.
Oh wow. So he kind of, got that in, woke that sleeping giant up in you then
I
with that.
guess so. I understood it when it was him. It was "Give Me Some More." That verse over the Psycho sample, which is crazy with me being who I am, right?
Oh yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Well, man, this has been great. I appreciate you spending the time with me and doing this,
I
man. And
appreciate you for bringing me here, man, and checking me out in the show and being so supportive. You're cool as fuck.
absolutely, and we'll do it again. We will do this again. Will not be the last time that we
I
have
hope
you
I
on.
impress you every time I perform, man.
That's why I said I want to make sure you let me know when you're performing. So if I can make it, I will definitely make it. But yes, this has been King Cychotic, and we're gonna jump into PlayStation 2 to end this off. And I'm Maxwell Silverhammer, and that's the story there, bitches. See ya.
I'ma smoke up, only roll Dutch, and I keep my circle smaller than the motherfucking blank disc. Back in the game, this ain't EA Sports with the oversized stick like that Ratchet and Clank shit. Break it down another ounce of blood, if a nigga try his luck sore, cut him from the neck to the ass crack. NBA street, on fight with these beats, I just took his main freak, I ain't even finna pass back. I laugh cause you thinking you the guy, blast a nigga like Budokai out his motherfucking suit and tie. MCs getting scrutinized, if he ain't real, hopefully his rap dreams feeling euthanized. Go pay for paper, waste the space, I chase fake niggas down like ape, escape, it ain't midnight club, how I race the scrape. You talk lined out, have your man drape the tape. Yeah, finna go Max Payne. Get your ass popped, and that's all facts main. Just a vampire, catch me where the bats hang. Don't know my name, she attracted to the rap slang. Never in a rush, what you trying to fuck me fast for? Going triple double, cause I'm trying to up the last score. I ain't scared to turn this shit into a gun blast war. Like the Matrix, kick a nigga through the glass door. When she throw it down like an earthquake, make the earth shake. She look good like a surf and turf plate. Reppin' Vegas, Gary Ellis, still the birthplace. MLB, show the bitch how you stuck at first base. Brody, move along, cause you stepping in the way of the stars. Just a background, nigga. And if you feeling tough, shit is more like UFC. This ain't Raw versus SmackDown, nigga. Loading up the last save file, finna play the PlayStation again. Bad bitch that I'm with on vacation at 10. Get the fuck out my way, cause I'm chasing a win. Thumbing through the cash, no rubber band in the motherland. Trying to blow another bag, brother man. Shit is getting real, trying to hate on my image out in public. I ain't tripping cause you just another fan. Ayy, loading up the last save file, finna play the PlayStation again. Bad bitch that I'm with on vacation at 10. Get the fuck out my way, cause I'm chasing a win. Thumbing through the cash, no rubber band in the motherland. Trying to blow another bag, brother man. Shit is getting real, trying to hate on my image out in public. I ain't tripping cause you just another fan. Yeah.